So let's imagine that you have found suppliers online, maybe on Alibaba, maybe another website, or at a trade show, and you want to know, well, at least you want to assess if they have experience manufacturing products in compliance with certain regulations and standards, in case you develop a custom designed product, or in the case of a private label product or a factory designed product. Let's say you plan to buy a certain medical device or a certain type of machinery, then you want to verify that this specific SKU is compliant. So these are the scenarios when you would need a supplier compliance check. So you need to give us the supplier information that we specify here: company name, location, product model and SKU if this is a pre-existing product, otherwise we leave it empty. You need to specify if this is concerning a custom design, say a contract manufacturing project, or more of a private label or factory design product. Yeah. Require documentation if there's something in particular that you want us to verify, say a certain type of test report or a declaration of conformity or a CPC. Contact person, you need to give us the information of the supplier. We need a name, we need, well, email, and if you have it, also the phone number. Okay, so if we scroll down here, the first thing we look at is the, say, company registration document. It depends on the jurisdiction, the country. Most of these supplier compliance checks are for companies in mainland China, and this is what this template is for, although this is not limited to China. We have also done these checks on companies in other countries. But the first thing we do is to verify the license, verify their business license or other type of incorporation document. We specify the company name, address, business license number, establishment date, product scope, registered capital, and if it's verified or not. Okay, so we verify this document. In case of China, we verify it with government database. And we also check the bank account. Now, why? Well, how is this related to product compliance? Well, the thing is, we need to determine the name of this company, the legal name of this company, the registered company name, in order to be able to say, okay, we have a test report or the compliance document and it's actually matching this company. Okay, so this is the very bottom line. This is the very foundation of the entire process. We need to determine does this company exist? What is their name? That's the most fundamental thing that we must do before we can move on and request compliance documentation. There are two ways we can do this. One way is that, okay, you plan to buy a certain product that they are making, then you need to tell us the SKU model number, and we will primarily request documentation, test reports, and other certificates and so on for this one product. It could be more than one product for that matter. The other approach is, okay, you have found a manufacturer, you want them to manufacture your product design, which is the more common scenario. It means we don't have pre-existing compliance documentation to look at, obviously. However, we still want to be able to determine, okay, do they have any previous experience? So then, let's say that you come to us and say, we plan to manufacture this Bluetooth widget at a manufacturer in Shenzhen or in Vietnam or something. Well, what would we request? We would request compliance documents or test reports for other Bluetooth widgets made by this company. But we specify the title, the product model, SKU, which company is it held by, and this is again why we need to verify the company name. Issued by, this refers to the issuing company. That would be the testing company in most cases. Verified, yes or no. We verify if there's anything that can provide some sort of verification. So we go to the source, we ask them to confirm, okay, did you issue this? In some cases we find fake documents. In most cases we can verify though. Something that we also do is what we call interview questions, and in my experience working for so long with manufacturing, sometimes it tells you more by asking a supplier and read the responses as much as it does to look at a test report when it comes to assessing if a supplier can make compliant products. Okay, so we tweak these questions on a case-by-case basis, but we really want to ask them to give us an appraisal, to give us an understanding of, are they really confident? Are they really confident in their ability to manufacture a compliant product according to, well, a certain regulation, a certain standard. The more specific, the better. It's very telling. If a supplier is truly confident in their ability to say make REACH compliant products or compliance with certain ASTM standard, and they express that confidence, then that is a very good sign. If they say right away that they don't have any data, they don't know, then that could also mean that they cannot make compliant products, or that you need to test maybe raw materials and so on before you enter mass production. So this is a very important part, just asking these questions. And as said, we tweak these on a case-by-case basis. We look at other stuff. We look at things, documents that are perhaps not directly related to product compliance, but still matter when it comes to assessing a supplier's capability and so on. So we look at ISO 9001 certification, ISO 14001, SA 8000, BSCI, SMETA, that's from SEDEX, and well, anything else really. This can also be tweaked. Let's say that you need to, you plan to buy a certain medical device or something else, PPE, and you require that they have a GMP certificate or a GMP audit report. Maybe they need to be FDA registered or whatever really. Well, we need to know if you have any special requests. But if you do, we can put that here, we can request that, and we can see, can they provide it? And if they can, then we fill this out. We look at, who is actually holding this document? Is it still valid? If there is a validity, who issued this document? Which company issued this document? Is it verifiable? And what is the verification source? And down here, we summarize everything from business license to compliance documents and so on. And we then assess the risk level: normal, high, or severe. Okay. So yeah, the idea here is to give you an idea. Does this company have experience? Are they confident in their ability to make compliant products? And that is, of course, very important to know before you go ahead and you say, enter production, but perhaps even at a stage where you are contemplating if you should go ahead and develop new product samples, prototypes, and so on. So in order to back this up, we provide you, you get access to all the files we gather. Every test report, license, certificate that we gather can be downloaded from here. You get access to a folder, then you have 30 days to download those files, which I of course recommend that you do on day one and save those. We also provide records serving as evidence for every single verification. And that is, of course, something that we also need internally to ensure that our employees follow the SOPs and so on. Anyway, if you're interested, if you think that a supply compliance check could be useful to your company, then reach out using the contact form. Thank you.